Today's video is going to be around payroll and HRM, being human resource management. We're just going to talk a little bit today around how to create an employee over here, and how to run a pay, add awards, and so on. This is by no means a detailed presentation. This is just a brief overview of how you can run a pay using our system within your business. Again, this is by no means a detailed presentation. This is just a brief overview. As always, if you haven't watched the main demo video on how all of these modules and all of these different functions come complete with TrueERP, please go ahead and watch that video now. But first of all, we're going to have a look at how to set up your employee. So if we go into our employee module here on the left hand side, we can see how to create reps, to-dos, employee timesheets, rosters, and so on. But let's go ahead and have a look at our employee. At the top button here, we can see this is where we will create our employee, and below that will be the list. Now this will follow the same concept throughout the whole program. So to-dos, to-do list, rep list. If we go into inventory, we can see product express list, product attributes, barcode picking list, and so on. So that concept runs throughout the whole program. So real easy and real simple to get around. So let's jump into our employee list, and we can see all the different employees within our company. So if we just go ahead and double click, say this individual, double click, drills down into the information that makes that up, and here's all that information that makes up this employee here, Marcel Gravenstein. So if we go have a look at the accounts tab here, we'll see all the different accounts that this will be posted to, so the clearing account, expense accounts, and so on. Individual's address, if there is any, go ahead and fill out all those basic informations. But more importantly, we can look at the hours associated with this employee, so normal hours, pay rate, wage, salary per hour, what department within the company does this individual belong to, full pay history for this employee if they've ever been paid, their pay details, so how often is this employee paid. We're going to show them in the staff roster the basis of this employment, full-time, part-time, casual, and so on, and then the award associated with this employee. So a huge amount of information here, sales and commissions, and so on. This is how you can set up commissions for this employee if you wanted them to earn a commission on the sale, being an invoice or the paid invoice, or commission on a specific product, or both if you choose so. Usually it's one or the other, getting a commission on a product or product specific, or commission on the whole invoice, whether it's on all invoices or just paid invoices. But if we go have a look at our pay details, this award is going to be used to classify employees into pay groups, if that makes sense. So if we just we see which award they belong to, we can see if you had numerous awards, you could post that for the employee. And what an award is it's not think of it as a generic award that's supplied to by your government or so on. This is just a way of grouping employees into pay groups, if that makes sense. So if we jump into payroll and we go have a look at an award, the award is going to be set up for a group of employees. So what is the award name, what department do they belong to, how often does this group of employees get paid, what is their pay period, superannuation type, and so on. Sick leave cap, if there is a cap for that. Meal break hours is going to be you work for 4 hours, which is the threshold, and you break for 1 hour. Work for 4 hours, break for 1 hour. And again, this award is going to be to group employees with specific details like so. Again, classification, leaves, standard details, and so on. So that is going to be the concept behind the awards. So the award updates the employee, and the employee updates the pay. So once you've set up your employee, again, employee module here, you can go set up your employee or have a look at the list. Double click, takes you back to the information that makes it up. Fill out all their general details, pay details, and so on, and have that award set up first, and then populate that into the employee, and then you guys are pretty much ready to run a pay. You run a pay within payroll module here on the left side. You can run a pay or look at the pay history. So if we click on pay history, we can see all the different pays that we have run. Again, double click and it will take you back to the information that makes that up. So we can see wages, commissions, deductions, allowances, etc. for this employee and when were they paid. If we want to run a new pay, you simply just click on pay staff. You can double click on the employee, make sure all their pay information is up to date. You can go ahead and click if this has been prepared or not, whether you want to do manual tax or not. If you want to do manual tax, you can go ahead and enter your amounts in and so on. That's not a great tax amount. So you can go ahead and do that. Once you've set up all the information, whether it's leave taken, you've put in new leave dates and so on, hours worked, once that's done, go ahead and click prepared, hit save. So once that's been prepared, simply hit refresh, and we can see now whenever we go into, if we jump back out, we go into pay staff, we can see that this individual's pay has been prepared and corrected. So we can go ahead and prepare, go ahead and look at all the different functions here, so hours, leave taken, deductions, commission, and so on. Once that's been prepared, hit save, hit refresh, and you can see what's been prepared. You can do individual pays, or you can do multiple pays. It's totally up to you. You can preview pay slips, add this to EFT, and so on, and hit pay staff. We can say preview pay slips, and you can simply pay the staff. Before we do that as well, you can look at all their extra information by simply on this extra detail here, simply hit the plus symbol, and you can see what makes these pays up like so. So we can see here normal hours, the hourly rate, the hours worked, and the total amount. So once you've set that up, we can go ahead and preview pay slips, hit pay staff, enter in the username, password, approve. We're going to run these pays through these dates, hit OK. There's our first one, second one, and just close all these previews, and there we go, payroll complete. Hit refresh, done. These pays have now been updated. If we go into pay history, we can see all those pays that have been done, whether it's been deleted pays, all pays, and so on. If we jump back out of there, in our accounts module here at the top, if we go to our balance sheet, we go down, all our payroll liabilities have been populated, all these different accounts, so total accounts payable, all this information has been updated here. And that's just a real easy and simple way of running a pay. Real basic, real simple. Again, add awards, different allowances, deductions, different tax scales, etc. So huge amount of information there. So there we are. That's how you run a payroll. And last but not least, if we just go into our employee quite briefly, we have a built-in Bundy clock. So if you wanted to scan employees in or enter them in manually, you can do it so from this screen, clock in, clock off. That'll show within the staff roster list. You can see employee here, what time they started, what time they ended, so you can be able to see what's going on within your company. And as well as that, that'll feed through into your appointments and your main calendar. So if you've had appointments for a staff member and they've added that, or they've done service work, that'll then populate within the main calendar like so. If we jump back out, so there we go. That's payroll and HRM and how that feeds throughout the program. Again, this is by no means a detailed presentation. This is just a brief overview of what the system can do for you and how easy it is to do so. So there we are. Thanks for watching.